Have you ever felt like your happiness is in someone else's hands? Do you find yourself wondering why other people's opinions have such a strong effect on you? Maybe you've noticed that you've given away your power to those who may not deserve it. Now, imagine waking up one day unaffected by anyone's words, actions, or judgments. Picture yourself moving through life with unshakable confidence and an inner strength that no one can disturb. What if you could reclaim your power and live a life of joy and freedom? Let's think of a simple example. Imagine holding a glass of water. If someone bumps into you, the water spills out. But if you grip the glass firmly, no matter how many people bump you, the water remains inside. The glass represents your inner peace, and the water symbolizes your happiness. Don't let others cause you to spill it. Welcome to Buddhist Vein, where we explore how to weave wisdom into our daily lives. In today's video, we'll delve into the powerful concept of maintaining control over our inner peace, inspired by the timeless teachings of Buddhism. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's aim to reach 1,000 likes on this video. Together, we can make it happen. Buddhism teaches us that true power comes from within. It's not about seeking validation from the outside world, but about finding peace and strength within ourselves. When we grasp this, we can face life's challenges with grace and resilience. In today's society, it's easy to let others influence our emotions and decisions. Social media, peer pressure, and even family expectations can make us feel like we're losing control. But Buddhism offers a different view. It urges us to turn inward and find our own path to happiness. Buddha once said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." This profound teaching reminds us that our journey is uniquely our own. We hold the power to shape our destiny and our state of mind. By embracing mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts and emotions. This awareness helps us see when we're giving away our power. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to respond with wisdom, preserving our inner peace. A crucial part of this is letting go of attachment. Often we give others power over us because we're too attached to their approval or afraid of their rejection. When we release these attachments, we free ourselves from their influence. Practicing compassion, both for us and for others, plays a vital role in this. When we are kind to ourselves, we build inner strength. When we show compassion toward others, we understand their actions better, and they're less likely to hurt us. Ego and attachment go hand in hand. Our ego craves validation and control, making us susceptible to outside influences. Buddhism teaches us to rise above the ego, finding true power in humility and self-awareness. Reclaiming our power is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. Every step we take toward self-awareness and inner peace brings us closer to genuine empowerment. In the next segments of this video series, we'll explore these ideas even further, offering practical advice and transformative insights to help you regain control over your life. We'll discuss the illusion of control, the significance of inner peace, and how to build resilience. Stay with us on this enlightening journey. By the end of this series, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and tools to stop giving your power away and start living a life filled with true freedom and joy. Thank you for being a valued member of the Buddhist Vein community. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help us reach our goal of 1,000 likes. Remember, your true power lies within you. Embrace it, nurture it, and never let it go. Together, let's embark on this journey of self-discovery. Lesson 1. Understanding power in Buddhism. Have you ever paused to wonder what it truly means to have power? In our world, we often see power as something external, authority, wealth, or influence over others. But what if real power is something entirely different? Buddhism offers a profound perspective on power that could transform how you view your life. Imagine for a moment that you are like a calm, deep lake. The surface may be disturbed by winds and storms, but the depths remain undisturbed. This is a perfect metaphor for inner power in Buddhism. Your true strength lies deep within, unaffected by the turbulence of the outside world. Buddhism teaches us that real power doesn't come from controlling others or external circumstances. It comes from within, from mastering our own mind and emotions. Think of it as a superpower that keeps you peaceful and centered no matter what's happening around you. Have you ever found that the more you try to control everything around you, the more stressed you become? One of Buddhism's key teachings is that clinging to external power is an illusion. Chasing after things outside ourselves often leaves us feeling more anxious and insecure. Instead, Buddhism encourages us to look inward. By understanding our minds, we can tap into a source of strength that is infinitely more reliable. This inner power is unshakable because it doesn't depend on anything outside of us. Buddha once said, "You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This wisdom reminds us that when we nurture our inner world, we become truly empowered. Let's take a deeper look into this. According to Buddhist teachings, the mind holds incredible power. It shapes our perceptions, our experiences, and ultimately our reality. By training the mind, we have the ability to transform our lives. This lies at the heart of Buddhist practice. A simple yet transformative practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully present, aware of your thoughts and emotions without judgment. It's like shining a light on your inner world. When you practice mindfulness, you start to notice how your thoughts and feelings can either empower or disempower you. Another core teaching in Buddhism is the understanding of impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing, and trying to control or hold on to things is like attempting to hold water in your hands. When we accept this truth, we can let go of the desire to control and find peace within. Nothing is forever except change, the Buddha taught. This is the key to realizing that clinging leads to suffering, and letting go leads to freedom. Compassion is also central to Buddhist teachings, both for us and for others. When we are kind to ourselves, we nourish our inner strength. When we are compassionate toward others, we create an environment that empowers everyone. Have you ever noticed that when you act with kindness, you feel more at peace? Buddhism reminds us that compassion is not only a gift to others, but it also strengthens our own sense of well-being. Lastly, let's consider the concept of non-attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean not caring about anything. Instead, it means not clinging desperately to things or outcomes. You appreciate what you have, but you also understand that they are not the source of your true power or happiness. One practical way to cultivate this inner power is through meditation. Meditation helps quiet the mind and allows you to connect with your deeper self. It's like tuning into a peaceful, powerful frequency that is always present, just waiting for you to notice it. Think about the times when you felt truly powerful. Was it when you dominated someone else, or was it when you felt calm, confident, and in control of yourself? Buddhism teaches us to find that power within and nurture it. It's crucial to remember that this journey to inner power is not about perfection. It's about progress and practice. Every step you take toward understanding and mastering your mind is a step toward true empowerment. So how can you start? Begin with small daily practices like mindfulness and meditation. Reflect on your thoughts and emotions and try to observe them without judgment. Be kind to yourself and remember that real power comes from within. As Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In our next part, we'll explore the illusion of control and how letting go can actually give you more power. Stay tuned and keep nurturing your inner strength. Remember, your true power is already within you, just waiting to be discovered. Lesson 2. The illusion of control. In our daily lives, we often feel the need to control everything around us. We want to manage our jobs, our relationships, and even the future. This desire for control is natural, but it can lead to stress and disappointment. Imagine planning the perfect day, only for it to be ruined by unexpected rain. Frustrating, right? But what if we told you that this frustration stems from something deeper, something Buddhism can help us understand? Buddhism teaches that much of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond our control. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you spend worrying about what might happen tomorrow or what others think of you? This constant need to control can drain your energy and disturb your peace of mind. But here's an important lesson. The very idea of control is an illusion. We can influence certain things, but we can't control everything. For instance, you can work hard and do your best at your job, but you can't control the economy or your boss's decisions. Realizing this can be a tremendous relief and a crucial step toward inner peace. As the Buddha taught, attachment is the root of suffering. Try to control the uncontrollable only leads to frustration. Consider the story of a man who tried to catch the wind with a net. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't do it. This story reminds us of the futility of trying to control everything around us. The wind, like many aspects of life, is beyond our grasp. The more we try to capture it, the more we exhaust ourselves. What if, instead of trying to control the wind, we learned how to sail? By adjusting our sails, we work with the wind, not against it. This is a metaphor for life. By accepting what we cannot control and adjusting our attitudes and actions, we can navigate life more smoothly. Imagine yourself in a boat on a river. You can steer and choose your direction, but you cannot control the current or the weather. By accepting this reality and focusing on your rowing, you can enjoy the journey instead of fighting against the flow. This is the essence of embracing the illusion of control. When we stop trying to control everything, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We become more flexible, adaptable, and resilient. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means directing our energy toward what we can change and letting go of the rest. In Buddhism, this concept is deeply connected to impermanence. Everything is constantly changing. Clinging to control is like trying to hold on to sand. The tighter we grip, the more it slips through our fingers. Let's take a moment to reflect. How often do we get upset about things we can't control, like traffic, the weather, or other people's actions? These are beyond our control. By accepting this truth, we can reduce stress and focus on what truly matters. Can you think of a time when something didn't go as planned? How did you react? Did you feel frustrated or angry? Now, imagine if you had accepted it and adapted. This shift in perspective can greatly impact our mental and emotional well-being. The illusion of control can also affect our relationships. We often try to change others to meet our expectations, but just as we can't control the weather, we can't control people. Accepting them as they are can lead to more peaceful relationships. This doesn't mean abandoning goals or ambitions. It means being realistic about what we can control. We can set a goal to be healthier, for example, but we can't control every aspect of our health. In Buddhism, letting go of the illusion of control is a path to enlightenment. It's about finding peace within us, regardless of external circumstances. Buddha once said, "You only lose what you cling to." When we stop trying to control everything, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Meditation plays a powerful role in this process. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and let go of the need to control them. This practice helps us develop a more peaceful and accepting mindset. Imagine the freedom that comes from living without the constant pressure to control everything. You can focus on what you can change, enjoy the present moment, and release the rest. This is the peace that Buddhism offers. As we continue our journey, let's remember that control is an illusion. By letting go, we find true inner peace and strength. This doesn't make us passive, it makes us wiser and more focused on what truly matters. In the next part, we'll explore how inner peace and self-empowerment are deeply connected. Stay tuned and remember, you have the power to navigate life with wisdom and serenity. Lesson 3. Inner Peace and Self-Empowerment. Inner peace is the foundation of true self-empowerment. Without it, our lives can feel chaotic and out of control. Buddhism teaches us that the path to inner peace lies within us. When we focus on calming our mind and heart, we unlock a sense of strength and calm that no one can take away. Have you ever felt like you were in the middle of a storm, tossed by the waves of life? This is what life feels like when we allow external events to dictate our emotions. But what if you could find a way to remain calm, even in the storm? The Buddha taught, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Inner peace allows us to navigate life's storms with clarity and wisdom. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them with a steady mind. Consider a time when you felt completely at peace. How did that change your outlook on life? Now imagine if you could maintain that sense of peace, even when faced with difficulties. Buddhism teaches us that by mastering our own thoughts and emotions, we become truly empowered. Meditation is one of the key practices to develop this mastery. It helps us observe our thoughts without judgment and let go of those that do not serve us. As we become more mindful, we start to realize that our inner peace doesn't depend on the world around us. It comes from within. This is the essence of self-empowerment. In the next lesson, we'll dive deeper into how cultivating inner peace can transform your life. Stay with us, and remember, you hold the key to your own empowerment. No matter how rough the waters may become, this is what inner peace offers us. Inner peace doesn't mean avoiding challenges or never feeling upset. Instead, it teaches us to respond to life's difficulties with a calm mind and a steady heart. We become like a tree with deep roots, unshaken by the winds of change. One of the most effective ways to cultivate inner peace is through meditation. In Buddhism, meditation is a powerful tool for calming the mind and connecting with our inner selves. By sitting quietly and focusing on our breath, we learn to observe our thoughts without getting swept away by them. Another vital aspect of inner peace is self-acceptance. We often give our power away by doubting ourselves or trying to live up to the expectations of others. Buddhism encourages us to embrace who we are, flaws and all. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement, but rather that we accept ourselves as we are in this very moment. Self-empowerment comes from realizing that we are enough just as we are. When we stop seeking validation from others, we reclaim our power. We no longer feel the need to fit into someone else's mold, allowing us to be true to ourselves. Mindfulness is another key practice in Buddhism that helps us find inner peace. By staying present in each moment, we reduce anxiety and stress. When we are mindful, we're fully engaged in whatever we're doing, whether it's eating, walking, or working. This presence of mind brings a sense of peace and satisfaction. Have you ever noticed how children are often fully absorbed in whatever they're doing, be it playing or exploring? Their natural mindfulness is something we can learn from and strive to bring into our own lives. It's also important to cultivate a compassionate heart. When we treat ourselves and others with kindness and understanding, we create a more peaceful environment around us. Compassion connects us to others and reminds us that we're all in this together. Forgiveness, too, is a powerful way to find inner peace. Holding on to grudges and anger only hurts us in the long run. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness is a gift we give to ourselves. It frees us from the past and allows us to move forward with a lighter heart. We must also be mindful of our surroundings. By surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive people and creating a peaceful living space, we can greatly enhance our sense of inner peace. Just as a garden needs the right conditions to flourish, so do us. Inner peace and self-empowerment go hand in hand. As we cultivate inner peace, we naturally become more empowered. We begin to realize that we have the ability to shape our own lives, regardless of external circumstances. It's also helpful to practice gratitude. By focusing on what we are thankful for, we shift our perspective from what's lacking to what's abundant in our lives. Gratitude brings a sense of contentment and peace. Remember, the journey to inner peace is a lifelong practice. It's not about reaching a final destination, but about continually growing and learning. Every step we take toward inner peace is a step toward self-empowerment. In Buddhism, we learn that everything is interconnected. Our thoughts, actions, and feelings all influence one another. By nurturing positive thoughts and actions, we set the foundation for a peaceful and empowered life. We cultivate a more peaceful and empowered state of being. As you continue on this path, be gentle with yourself. There will be moments when you feel off balance or overwhelmed, and this is completely natural. The key is to keep returning to your practices and remember that inner peace is always within your reach. So take a deep breath and know that you have the power to create your own inner peace. With each mindful breath and compassionate action, you are reclaiming your power and stepping into a more peaceful, empowered version of yourself. Lesson 4. Mindfulness and Letting Go. Welcome to Lesson 4 of our journey on not giving power to others. Today we'll explore the transformative concepts of mindfulness and letting go, powerful tools inspired by Buddhism that can help us reclaim our personal power and live more fulfilling lives. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of peace and clarity, feeling in control of your emotions and thoughts. What if you could navigate life's challenges with a calm, steady mind? This is what mindfulness offers us. It's a practice that brings us into the present moment, allowing us to fully experience life and let go of what doesn't serve us. Mindfulness involves paying attention, but it's not just any type of attention. It's a focused, gentle awareness of the present. When we are mindful, we aren't lost in the past or worrying about the future. We are here now, fully engaged with the present moment. This simple yet profound practice can change the way we experience life. Consider how often our minds are scattered. We're driving but thinking about work, or we're at work but thinking about home. This constant mental juggling drains our energy and saps our power. Mindfulness helps us reclaim that energy, grounding us in the present and making us more effective in everything we do. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is that attachment leads to suffering. We often cling to thoughts, feelings, and outcomes, hoping to control them. In reality, this attachment creates more stress and frustration. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means releasing our grip on things we cannot control. It's about accepting things as they are and responding wisely rather than reacting impulsively. This shift in perspective empowers us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Consider the story of a monk who carried a heavy load on his back. When asked why he didn't put it down, he replied, "Because I forgot I was carrying it." Often we carry emotional burdens without realizing it. Mindfulness helps us become aware of these burdens so we can set them down and move forward more freely. To practice mindfulness, start with your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple exercise trains your mind to stay present, and over time, you'll find it easier to remain calm and centered, no matter what is happening on you. Another powerful technique is mindful walking. Pay attention to each step, the feeling of your feet touching the ground, and the rhythm of your movement. This practice grounds you in the present and connects you with your body, helping you let go of mental clutter. Mindfulness isn't solely reserved for meditation. You can integrate this awareness into everyday activities. When eating, savor each bite. When listening, truly hear the other person. These small shifts can significantly impact your well-being and relationships. Buddhism teaches that our minds shape our reality. By practicing mindfulness, we can reshape our experiences of the world, becoming less reactive and more responsive, less stressed and more at peace. This inner calm radiates outward, influencing our interactions and decisions. Letting go naturally extends from mindfulness. As we become more present, we see things more clearly and recognize what is within our control and what isn't. This clarity allows us to release our attachment to outcomes and trust the process of life. In this journey of not giving power to others, mindfulness and letting go are essential tools that help us reclaim our power by grounding us in the present and freeing us from unnecessary burdens. When we are mindful, we control our inner world, regardless of external circumstances. As you integrate mindfulness into your life, you'll notice a shift. Challenges become opportunities for growth, stressful situations become manageable, and you'll feel more connected to yourself and others, creating a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment. Remember, mindfulness is a practice, not perfection. Be patient with yourself as you cultivate this new way of being. Each moment of mindfulness brings you closer to reclaiming your power and living a more authentic, joyful life. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of mindfulness and letting go. We hope these insights inspire you to embrace the present moment and release what no longer serves you. Stay tuned for the next part of our series, where we'll continue to uncover the wisdom of Buddhism in reclaiming our personal power. Lesson 5. Compassion and Inner Strength. Compassion is often perceived as a soft or weak quality, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful forces we can cultivate. Buddhism teaches us that true strength comes from a place of compassion, both for ourselves and for others. Imagine a situation where someone has wronged you. The immediate reaction might be anger or a desire for revenge. But what if you approach the situation with compassion instead? This doesn't mean condoning their actions. It means understanding that everyone is fighting their own battles. When we respond with compassion, we are not allowing others to walk all over us. Rather, we are taking control of our emotions and choosing a path that leads to peace and inner strength. Compassion allows us to break free from the cycle of negativity and resentment. In Buddhism, the practice of loving kindness, or metta, is crucial to developing compassion. This practice involves sending thoughts of love and kindness to ourselves, our loved ones, strangers, and even those who have hurt us. It might sound simple, but it has a profound effect on our inner strength. By practicing loving kindness, we cultivate a heart that is open and resilient. We learn to see beyond our immediate reactions and tap into a deeper sense of empathy. This not only strengthens our relationships, but also builds our emotional resilience. Think of compassion as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Just like building physical strength, it requires patience and consistent effort, but the rewards are immense: a calmer mind, a more open heart, and a stronger sense of self. One common misconception is that being compassionate makes us vulnerable. In reality, it's the opposite. Compassionate individuals are often the strongest because they possess the inner fortitude to face challenges with grace and understanding. Buddhism also teaches that compassion for us is equally important. We can be our harshest critics, and by showing ourselves the same kindness we would extend to a friend, we build a foundation of self-respect and inner strength. Self-compassion doesn't mean indulging in self-pity or making excuses for our shortcomings. It means recognizing our flaws, accepting them, and working to improve ourselves from a place of love and understanding. Let's take a moment to reflect on how we can apply this in our daily lives. The next time you feel anger or frustration, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself how you can respond with compassion. How can you turn this moment into an opportunity for growth? Remember, compassion doesn't mean accepting harmful behavior or neglecting your own needs. It's about finding a balance where you can stand firm in your boundaries while keeping your heart open. By incorporating compassion into your life, you'll notice a shift in how you interact with others and how you feel about yourself. Challenges will become easier to navigate, and your relationships will grow richer and more fulfilling. Compassion also creates a ripple effect. When you show kindness and understanding, it encourages others to do the same, fostering a more positive and supportive environment for everyone. In times of conflict, compassion can be a powerful tool for resolution. It helps us communicate more effectively, listen more deeply, and find common ground, even in difficult situations. Let's make a commitment today to practice compassion in our daily lives, whether through small acts of kindness or simply taking a moment to understand someone else's perspective. Every action counts. As we conclude this part of our series, remember that compassion and inner strength go hand in hand. By embracing compassion, you're not only helping others, but also building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Lesson 6. The role of ego and attachment. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the opinions of others, or found yourself clinging to things or people, hoping they would bring you happiness? These feelings often stem from our ego and attachments. In Buddhism, the ego isn't just about arrogance. It's the part of us that constantly seeks validation and fears rejection. It's that inner voice that says, "I need to be seen as successful," or "I can't be wrong." Attachments, on the other hand, are the things we cling to, believing they are essential for our happiness. This could be a job, a relationship, or even a particular outcome in life. Imagine holding onto a rope tied to a heavy weight. The tighter you grip it, the more exhausted you become. That's what attachments do to our minds and souls. They drain our energy and rob us of our peace. Buddhism teaches us that by releasing our ego and attachments, we can discover true freedom. But how do we begin this process? The first step is awareness. Recognizes when your ego is speaking or when you are clinging too tightly to something. Next, practice mindfulness. When you catch yourself getting swept away by the need for approval or fixating on an outcome, take a deep breath and observe your thoughts without judgment. It's important to remember that it's natural to have desires and goals. The issue arises when we become overly attached to them, believing they define our worth. True power comes from within, not from external validation or material possessions. Letting go of ego and attachments doesn't mean you stop caring about things or become indifferent. Instead, it involves approaching life with a sense of detachment, understanding that your value isn't tied to external factors. Meditation can be a powerful ally in this journey. By sitting quietly and observing your thoughts, you can begin to identify patterns of attachment and ego. This awareness is the first step toward change. Buddhist teachings suggest that by reducing our ego and attachments, we can experience greater joy and contentment. We become less reactive to life's ups and downs and more resilient when facing challenges. Think of it like decluttering your mind. Just as cleaning your living space brings a sense of calm and order, letting go of mental clutter can lead to inner peace. Engage in self-reflection. Ask yourself why you feel the need for certain validations or why you hold on to specific things. Understanding the root of these feelings can help you address them more effectively. Practicing gratitude is also beneficial. Focusing on what you have rather than what you lack or fear. Losing can shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand and respect your journey. Sharing your experiences and learning from others can provide encouragement and insight. Remember, this isn't an overnight transformation. It's a continuous practice. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. In Buddhism, the ultimate goal is to achieve enlightenment, a state free from suffering. While we may not all reach enlightenment, we can still benefit from these teachings in our daily lives. By letting go of ego and attachments, we can reclaim our power and live more authentically. This doesn't mean life will be free of challenges, but it does mean we will face them with a stronger, more resilient spirit. Lesson 7. Practical steps to reclaim your power. Have you ever felt as though life circumstances have taken control away from you? It's a common feeling, but the good news is that you hold the power to reclaim it. In this segment, we will explore practical steps rooted in Buddhist wisdom that can empower you to take charge of your life. Imagine a boat on a stormy sea, with waves crashing and winds howling, leaving you feeling tossed about with no control. But amidst the chaos, there is an anchor, a stable point that keeps the boat from drifting away. Similarly, in life, your inner anchor is your source of strength and stability. One crucial step in reclaiming your power is cultivating self-awareness. Take time to observe your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. By understanding yourself better, you can identify patterns that disempower you and work toward changing them. Another powerful practice is mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment without dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When you're mindful, you can respond to challenges with clarity and grace rather than reacting impulsively. Letting go is another essential aspect of reclaiming your power. It involves releasing attachments to outcomes and accepting things as they are. When you let go of the need to control every aspect of your life, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and open the door to new possibilities. Moreover, setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining your power. It's okay to say no to things that drain your energy or compromise your values. Boundaries protect your well-being and ensure that you direct your energy toward what truly matters to you. Additionally, practicing gratitude can shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of contentment and resilience. Gratitude serves as a reminder of your inherent worth and strengthens your connection to the present moment. Furthermore, forgiveness is a powerful tool for reclaiming your power. Holding on to grudges weighs you down, while forgiveness sets you free. By letting go of past hurts, you reclaim your power and create space for healing and growth. Self-care is non-negotiable when it comes to reclaiming your power. Prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, whether it's exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, so make self-care a priority. Moreover, surround yourself with supportive and uplifting people who encourage your growth and celebrate your successes. A strong support network can provide invaluable guidance and perspective as you navigate life's challenges. In addition, cultivate a growth mindset, a belief that you can learn and grow from every experience, regardless of how challenging it may be. Embrace setbacks as opportunities for growth and resilience rather than viewing them as failures. Finally, take inspired action toward your goals and dreams. Break them down into manageable steps and take consistent, intentional action toward achieving them. Remember, you have the power to create the life you desire. It's just a matter of taking the first step. So, are you ready to reclaim your power? Start by incorporating these practical steps into your life and watch as you step into your authentic power and live a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Lesson 8. Overcoming external influences. Imagine living in a world where you are constantly bombarded with opinions, expectations, and judgments from every direction. It's like being caught in a storm, constantly buffeted by the winds of others' desires and agendas. But here's the thing. You don't have to be at the mercy of these external influences. You have the power to break free and chart your own course. Think about it. How often do you find yourself doing things just to please others or to fit in? Perhaps you dress a certain way because it's what's expected of you, or you pursue a career path because it's what your parents want. Yet, deep down, you know that these choices aren't true to who you are. It's time to reclaim your autonomy and live life on your own terms. One of the keys to overcoming external influences is self-awareness. By taking the time to understand your values, priorities, and goals, you create a solid foundation from which to navigate the world. Instead of being swayed by others' opinions, you can confidently make decisions that align with your authentic self. But self-awareness is just the beginning. You also need to cultivate a strong sense of inner strength and resilience. This means learning to trust yourself and your instincts, even in the face of doubt or criticism from others. It's about recognizing that you are the ultimate authority in your life, and that no one else has the power to dictate your worth or choices. Of course, breaking free from external influences isn't always easy. It requires courage and determination to swim against the tide of societal expectations and peer pressure. However, the rewards are immense. When you stop seeking validation from others and start living in alignment with your true self, you experience a profound sense of freedom and fulfillment. So, how do you begin to overcome external influences and reclaim your power? Start by examining the areas of your life where you feel most influenced or controlled by others. Is it in your relationships, your career, or your personal beliefs? Once you've identified these areas, ask yourself why you're allowing external factors to dictate your decisions. Next, challenge those beliefs and assumptions. Are they truly serving you, or are they holding you back from living authentically? Remember, just because something is expected of you doesn't mean it's right for you. Trust your inner wisdom to guide you toward what resonates with your heart and soul. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive people who encourage and uplift you. Seek out friends, mentors, and communities that celebrate your uniqueness and empower you to be yourself. And remember, it's okay to set boundaries and say no to things that don't align with your values or priorities. As you continue on your journey of self-discovery and empowerment, keep in mind that it's a process. You may encounter setbacks and challenges along the way, but each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and learning. Stay true to yourself, trust your inner wisdom, and never underestimate the power that lies within you. Lesson 9. Cultivating Resilience and Inner Fortitude. In a world where challenges lurk around every corner, cultivating resilience and inner fortitude becomes paramount. Imagine yourself as a mighty tree, firmly rooted in the ground yet flexible enough to sway with the strongest winds. This resilience is not about avoiding hardships, but rather about facing them head-on with courage and strength. Think about the lotus flower, which emerges from muddy waters but blossoms into breathtaking beauty. Similarly, you have the power to transform adversity into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. It's all about shifting your perspective and embracing life's inevitable ups and downs. Resilience is not a trait reserved for a select few. It is a skill that can be developed and honed over time. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, your resilience can be strengthened through practice and perseverance. It's about building a solid foundation within yourself, one that can weather any storm that comes your way. But how do you cultivate resilience in the face of adversity? It begins with self-awareness and self-care. Take the time to understand your strengths and weaknesses and learn to treat yourself with kindness and compassion. Nurture your body, mind, and spirit through healthy habits such as exercise, meditation, and meaningful connections with others. Another essential aspect of resilience is embracing change and uncertainty. Instead of resisting the inevitable fluctuations of life, learn to adapt and flow with the currents. Remember, the only constant in life is change, and the sooner you accept this truth, the easier it becomes to navigate life's twists and turns. Resilience also requires cultivating a positive mindset. Rather than dwelling on past failures or worrying about future obstacles, focus on the present moment and the opportunities it holds. Practice gratitude daily by acknowledging the blessings in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Moreover, resilience is not just about bouncing back from setbacks, but also about growing through them. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for personal evolution and self-improvement. Embrace the lessons learned from adversity and use them to fuel your growth journey. Furthermore, surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, and mentors who uplift and inspire you. Lean on them during tough times and be there for them in return. Remember, you don't have to face life's challenges alone. Strength comes from unity and solidarity. In addition, cultivating resilience means letting go of perfectionism and embracing vulnerability. Accept that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes or ask for help. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to your courage and authenticity. Lastly, maintain a sense of perspective and humor, even in the darkest of times. Life is too short to take too seriously, so laugh often and don't be afraid to find joy amidst the chaos. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and with resilience and inner fortitude, you can overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Lesson 10. Living authentically and confidently. Authenticity is like unlocking the door to a world of boundless freedom and confidence. Imagine a life where you no longer feel the need to conform to societal expectations or please others at the expense of your happiness. Instead, you stand tall in your truth, radiating a magnetic aura that draws positivity and respect. Authentic living isn't about seeking approval from others. It's about honoring your values, passions, and unique quirks. When you embrace your authentic self, you give yourself permission to shine brightly, unapologetically illuminating the world with your presence. Confidence blossoms naturally from authenticity. It's the unwavering belief in your worth, capabilities, and inherent value as a human being. Picture yourself navigating life's challenges with calm. Assurance. Knowing that you are enough just as you are is essential. When you live authentically, you cultivate a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. You no longer seek validation from external sources because you are grounded in self-acceptance and self-love. This inner harmony becomes your guiding light, leading you toward fulfilling relationships, meaningful work, and a sense of purpose. Authenticity isn't always easy. It requires vulnerability and courage to show up as your true self, especially in a world that often values conformity over individuality. However, the rewards far outweigh the risks. Authentic living opens doors to genuine connections, real experiences, and a life aligned with your deepest desires. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about embracing your imperfections and owning them with pride. It's about recognizing that failures and setbacks are part of the journey and using them as stepping stones toward growth and self-improvement. Imagine the freedom of expressing yourself authentically without fear of judgment or rejection. When you release the need to please others and prioritize your happiness, you reclaim your power and step into your true potential. Living authentically requires mindfulness and self-awareness. It's about tuning into your inner voice, honoring your intuition, and staying true to your values, even when faced with pressure to conform. Confidence is a mindset that can be cultivated through practice and self-reflection. By challenging negative self-talk, setting boundaries, and celebrating your achievements, you can nurture a strong sense of self-assurance that radiates from within. Authenticity is magnetic. When you embody your true self without reservation, you inspire others to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a beacon of hope and empowerment, lighting the way for those seeking the courage to embrace their own uniqueness. Confidence is contagious. When you exude belief in yourself and your abilities, you inspire those around you to believe in themselves. Your unwavering self-assurance becomes a source of strength for others, encouraging them to pursue their dreams with boldness and determination. Living authentically and confidently is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant self-reflection, growth, and a willingness to embrace change. Yet, with each step you take toward aligning with your true self, you unlock new levels of freedom, joy, and fulfillment. Authenticity is the key to living a life of purpose and meaning. When you honor your truth and live in alignment with your values, you create a life rich in authenticity and depth. Your journey toward authenticity is unique, but knows that you are never alone. Conclusion and final reflections. Empowering you and embracing life is the journey of reclaiming your power. Remember this: you hold the pen to your life story. You are the author, the director, and the protagonist of your own narrative. It's time to seize the reins and steer your life in the direction you desire. Throughout this series, you've delved into the depths of Buddhism and uncovered invaluable insights into personal empowerment. But remember, knowledge alone is not power. It's the application of that knowledge that truly transforms lives. As you reflect on the teachings of Buddhism, remind yourself of the impermanence of all things. Change is inevitable, but how you respond to change defines your journey. Embrace uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and adaptation. In your pursuit of reclaiming your power, cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness. Understand your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. Embrace your authenticity and let go of the need for external validation. Your worth is inherent, not dependent on others' opinions. Practice radical self-love and compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and let go of self-judgment. Remember, you are worthy of love and acceptance just as you are. As you navigate life's challenges, cultivate resilience, draw strength from within, and persevere in the face of adversity. Trust in your ability to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger than before. In your quest for empowerment, surround yourself with a supportive community. Seek out like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you. Together, you can share wisdom, encouragement, and laughter along the journey. Remember, true power lies not in domination or control, but in the ability to live authentically and align with your deepest values. Embrace vulnerability as a pathway to connection and intimacy. Open your heart to love and let it guide your actions. As you finish this journey, promise to bring these teachings into your daily life. Live by the principles of Buddhism in your thoughts, words, and actions. Be a source of light and inspiration for others as they walk their own paths toward empowerment. Celebrate each step you take forward and recognize how far you've come. Remember, transformation is an ongoing journey, and every moment offers a chance to renew. As we part ways, know that the strength you're seeking has always been within you. Now is the time to tap into that inner power and open you to life's endless possibilities. May you walk this path with courage, compassion, and deep trust in yourself. Thank you for being part of this transformative journey. May your life overflow with joy, abundance, and limitless empowerment. Until we meet again, keep shining brightly and live each day with purpose and passion. Buddhist Vein. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Embrace your power. Embrace your life.